Promo Zoroark looks sick. Let's make a deck around it. With 100 HP, Night Daze deals 70 damage for 2 energy. If your attack knocks a Pokemon out, you'll activate Elusive Trickery. This ability makes Zoroark invulnerable for 1 whole turn, denying not only damage but also effects from incoming attacks. Seems busted, right? Not really. Zoroark's damage output may have been up to par back in the Genetic Apex days, but the game has changed. 100 HP means you die to Silvally, and considering it's a stage 1 evolution, 70 damage for 2 energy is not that great. In order to play Zoroark competitively, we must design a deck that is capable of providing Zoroark with more damage. This is how you play Zoroark. Tyrogue, Darkrai, and Rocky Helmet provide Zoroark with bonus damage to set up the Night Daze KO so he can become invulnerable for 1 turn. Tyrogue pairs extremely well with both Zoroark and Darkrai. Going first with Tyrogue allows us to immediately start racking up damage on our opponent's lead as we build up energy onto Zoroark, preparing for the pivot. The moment Zoroark scores a KO, we get to buy a turn. This means everything with Darkrai in the mix. Slowing the game down means more damage from the Nightmare Aura ability. Darkrai's bonus 20 damage per turn helps Zoroark score more KOs and remain invulnerable. Sabrina is a direct counter to Zoroark's ability, which is why we run 1 silver to get rid of it. Double Leaf helps us work towards our ideal openers while keeping Darkrai in the back. And a full set of Cyrus ensures our Zoroark preys on the injured while denying your opponents the ability to strike back. Zoroark ain't top tier, but he's most certainly playable. This is without a doubt his best deck. What Pokemon should we take around next? You decide. Leave a comment down below and we'll see what we can do. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It's free. Free is good. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Here we go. Let's play Zoro. We got Electric right off the bat and a Zorua lead backed up by Darkrai in the back. As we're facing Dragonite. Man, if I had the Tyrogue lead, I'd be able to one-shot Magby. But I do not. Unfortunately. Double Baby. It's surprising to see like a Magby in this structure, given that you're playing Dragonite. Why are you not just playing Pichu and Mantike instead? It's a little bit weird. That's a little bit odd. I'm gonna go ahead and draw. We find the Tyrogue here. Okay. I'm gonna put a Rocky Helmet here. And ram him. Yeah, I'm still trying to decipher this Magby. Like, why is this not a Pichu? If you're playing Dragonite, like, why do you have one that's giving you fire energy? That just doesn't... They have 2 Magbys, like... Yeah, they play this... Why are you playing Magby? I mean, you gotta pivot into Mantike now, but now you can't ramp it. Yeah, no, some things are just not meant to be understood. I'm gonna evolve into Zoroark, act like this thing was ready, and I'm gonna Night Daze the Mantike to enable my Elusive Trickery. You can't hit me. I mean, you literally can't hit me anyways, but we're gonna act like you have this Dragonite enabled because you didn't run Magby in your lineup for some weird reason. I mean, to be fair, if that was a Pichu, it wouldn't have mattered because they only have like electric energy. So they also made the mistake of like not. I just don't. Okay, so now I get it. They played Dredagon, and they want to enable it. So it's not like an absolute fault here. It's just how it is. They can't attack us anyways, though. I'm gonna play another Zoroark here, and I'm quite simply I'm just going to combine a ping with my Night Daze. And put this Dragonite at range. They are tricolor. Tricolor Dragonite EX. They have Elemental Switch. Okay. They have have Elemental Switch, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't that easy. But at least they couldn't... So Zoroark's ability actually mattered. Because they could have fired that off one turn earlier, but they couldn't. Pretty cool if you ask me. I'm gonna go ahead and build up Darkrai again. While I put a Rocky Helmet onto you. And I basically set up this Cyrus kill. I love this Tyrogue Darkrai combo as well, like just being able to attack with my Slappy Knuckle while putting energy onto Darkrai. It's 40 damage per turn while building up Darkrai and having a Pokemon that free. Like Tyrogue just fits really well in this shell because it makes up for like, cause Pokemon like Zoroark, you know, 2 energy attackers are a lot better going second than going first, but the babies just kind of mitigate that. While we're not able to ram into Zoroark to accelerate it, we can start dealing damage. And then have a Pokemon that, you know, if the opponent doesn't answer, we can just pivot into Zoroark right after as we build energy into it from the get-go. So it makes going first with Zoroark better, basically. And now you die, because I have double Cyrus. With double Rocky Helmet and double Darkrai and Tyrogue, a full set of Cyrus, baby. So they can't run away from us. Pretty easy. Zoroark's ability actually came into play there. Like I thought that they did kind of, you know, they probably had that elemental switch in hand anyways, but I didn't know they have it, so I thought they screwed up, which they probably did. Anyways, and I thought the ability wasn't actually matter, but it did. It actually bought us a turn, and that helps a lot because basically Darkrai is an EX Pokemon, right? But because we're ideally leading off with Tyrogue, and they're taking down Tyrogue, and then we're sending in Zoroark after. Our opponent is scoring 2 points with the baby and Zoroark as we then bring in Darkrai for the finish, instead of just having to send Darkrai in immediately. That makes up for the tempo loss that we initially have by investing 2 energy onto Zoroark to enable him. That is a tempo loss. But he can recover that with Elusive Trickery, by, you know, giving us a turn where he cannot be damaged. So that's the idea behind this combination. I think it's just the best way to play this card. This card is never going to be top tier meta, but it can definitely do stuff within this shell. Holy yap. Round 2. Round 2. Don't mind if I do. And we got a little bit of steel going on here. Okay. Well, Tyrogue Darkrai leads for us. Tinkaton. Haven't seen you in a bit. Probably with Will. To enable that full-blown hit. Which will one-shot our Darkrai. Regardless of what tool we would ever equip onto it. So we gotta be wary. Leading off with Darkrai alongside Tyrogue, there is a risk. If they turn one Sabrinas, they can lock us in. We do have a full set of Leaf to counter that, though, which is good. I do want to drop double Darkrai here, just so I'm less vulnerable to hand disruption. And we're going to do what this deck is meant to do. Slap and ping. To try to run through Tinkaton. Having this Leaf makes me feel a lot better though, because now we're not as vulnerable to a Sabrina. Leaf just being very important because Darkrai's retreat cost is 2 and Zoroark's is also the same, so being able to correct our openers is really important. I do want to leave that a slot. Oh, that's a dead Tinkaton. That is a dead Tinkaton, ladies and gentlemen. And I think at this point, I just dropped double Tyrogue. No space for Zoroark. But the way this game is going, this is a Tyrogue Darkrai game. quite simply. We're just trying to rush right through them. We're able to deal 40 damage from the get-go while building up Darkrai. Like, this is very, very powerful. There's a Alolan Diglett. The plot thickens. It's not just Tinkaton. No, sir. And my Tyrogue lives. What a Chad. What a Chad. We pivot from one Tyrogue to the other. And we keep slapping them with our knuckles. I don't even know how to visualize that, to be honest, but it's like a close-fisted slap. You let the wrist loose. And you just let momentum do the work for you. It's early, okay? I woke up recently. I don't even know what I'm saying. That's a threat. That is a threat. And I'm gonna go for the silver here. As we see double will. To be expected. I saw no healing there. I saw Memory Light, Rare Candy, Tinkaton, Will. Pretty sure there was no healing there, which is really clutch because this back-to-back Tyrogue allows us to wear down the Duck Trio. It just buys us time. I also saw no Sabrina, but we have Leaf to counter it anyways. They can't Sabrina and Will on the in turn. So we just weather the storm. Slap them with the knuckle. 3 times, each for each face. And then bring Darkrai for the finish. Like, now that they're at 90 HP, they're at Darkrai range. And that's the thing about this deck, you know? Like, if you want a deck where... a deck built around Zoroark, well, Zoroark is just, like... takes the main spotlight every single time. That's just not happening if you want, like, a playable deck. Darkrai is Darkrai, man. Like, Darkrai has been extremely good since release. It's just one of the best EX basics in the game, and if you're playing Darkness and you want a competitive deck, especially like a Pokemon like this, which does have quite a few issues, you want to pair it with him. Checkmate. Double Tyrogue for the win, but trust me, like, the Tyrogue Darkrai synergy is so neat, but it needs something else. Right? Like, in this case, it was enough, right? But most of the time, like, it needs another Pokemon in the mix for it to make sense. And that's where Zoroark comes in. Really like the shell. It works out. It's not the best deck ever, but it does things and stuff. Let's keep going. Round 3. Against Electric. Okay, we got that Zora lead. With a promising opening hand here, as, you know, opening hands with Pokeball and Professor's Research generally are. They're good. It's good to have this and this at the beginning of a game. You learned something today. Now, against Electric, Tyrogue provides us super effective coverage. Zoroark one-shots Oricorio, which is really nice. And there's Raikou. EX, okay. With Zeraora, that means they could... If they have Elemental Switch, they can immediately activate it. And that is a problem for us. Pikachu EX as well. I mean, they definitely have Elemental Switch. So we gotta factor that in. I need to find more basics, so I'm gonna go for the research before I go for the Pokeball. We do not find more basics besides this. We have Zoroark, or double Zorua. I'm expecting them to enable this Raikou immediately with double elemental switch. I can't fall for that. So I gotta enable the Zorua in the back if I want to have a chance here. Because this is the kind of deck that runs a full set of that, but okay. Let me go for the silver first. As they top deck into a Pokeball. I was convinced that they had the elemental switch. Like, it just seems to be the case for this. It's unfortunate how we have like 2 Cyruses in our hand. I'm gonna go for the Guzma here, and then I'm gonna go for the Night Days onto you. Not play the Darkrai because otherwise I give them a Cyrus after. I'm pretty sure they don't play Sabrina, they play a full set of Cyrus. They've already played the Professor's Research. They have an electrical cord here, which we're gonna navigate around. And here's the plan, ladies and gentlemen. They have Repels. We've seen Repels. They don't play Sabrinas. Because they don't play Sabrinas, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna drop the Darkrai. Ping this Zeraora to market for my second Cyrus as we now Cyrus this. And we Night Days. Elusive Trickery enabled. Our Zoroark is invincible. Beautiful. And we know they have Repel and Cyrus, but because we didn't play the Darkrai before, we didn't give them the chance to mark it. And for this turn, my Zoroark cannot take any damage, and because he's not a basic, Repel will not repel it. So we are safe for one whole turn. And it's not just about being safe one turn, it's about like Zoroark being safe itself. Like Zoroark not being killable is crucial because Cyrus. And they don't even try to dodge it for some reason. Got him. Oh, mama, we got him. Beautiful. I think they don't realize they just... I have 3 points. Like they're thinking, there's no next turn. It's over. That was pretty sick. All right. Going second yet again, Water. Well, we do have Zora to begin with. And they have a turn 1 Mantike into Suicune. Not much we can do about this, to be honest. This is one of the craziest openers, so we gotta go Darkrai immediately. We gotta use Zora as fodder here. Like this Suicune's gonna come in and blow it back, but with the Rocky Helmet, we can start building up some damage. Melodic can be a problem, as it can heal them. We gotta build up the Darkrai and see if we can have them not heal this turn. They're gonna Pokeball. They have no more Pokemon left, so it means they have a lot of Pokemon in hand. Do they have the Melodic though is the question. Or any sort of healing in that regard. That Pokeball feeling says a lot of what they have in hand. We're in a very, we're just in a very tight situation. Like, whenever you face off against Suicune and they lead off with Mantike going first, like, that's just, it's really hard to beat that. But they're gonna pivot. That's huge. That is absolutely huge. They must have a lot of basics in hand. Which is the price to pay for so many of them, to be honest. But we have exactly, like, this full set of Cyrus just never disappoints. And now we have him in lockdown. Because with the second Cyrus, that's all we need. I'm gonna drop this other Tyrogue and this Darkrai just so that I don't, like, I want to keep this Cyrus in my hand at all costs. At all costs. And just like that, we turn it around. That's the price to pay for running so many different Pokemon, yeah. I thought we're done. When I saw that Mantike leading first and then ramping into Suicune, like, that's just so powerful. But yeah, I mean, even the craziest openers, like, if you don't have the proper backup for it, like, we did have a good game plan, especially like with that Rocky Helmet. That Rocky Helmet was clutch. Being able to threaten lethal on the Suicune was so important there. Otherwise, it just easily enables a 2-hit KO on us some way or another. Good stuff. Not really a Zoroark game, but yeah. It's something. We're going second a lot today, and I'm not complaining. We got a Tyrogue lead, which is exactly what we want to see. Cyndaquil. Oh, some Typhlosion action. I really enjoy the Typhlosion deck that I shared with Arceus. They're playing Entei with it though. Entei and Typhlosion. Not a bad combination at all. You have a draw engine with Entei. I wonder what other pieces you're using, though. We get red carded turn 1. And, yeah, no, our hand is messed up now. That turn 1 red card, we couldn't really do anything about it. We lost the professor's research. We draw almost like the same components. Okay, never mind. Come on. Come on. Okay, thank goodness. I mean, just don't be another Tyrogue and we're good. Just do not be another Tyrogue, please. Just do not. Oh, thank God. Okay, we got that Zoroark ready. Now the question is, do we go for this this Rocky Helmet? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Okay. I just don't. I actually should not have put that Rocky Helmet there. They're just putting energy onto Entei. And we are gonna silver right away so that if they have any sort of like Sabrina play, we deny it. Okay, so Pokemon Center Lady, Rare Candy, and Leaf. What is it that we're more bothered by? Honestly, the Pokemon Center Lady is the most problematic, realistically, because I've taken no damage on the other ones. And we got that beautiful Zoroark here, ready to dive in as we pivot. Go for the Night Days. Knockout Cyndaquil, deny the Rare Candy in hand. And the trickery begins. They have a Cyrus in hand, but there's no damaged Pokemon of ours in the bench. And I'm taking away the healing because it's inherently the most problematic card. They top deck a Giant Cape. That's what they top decked. We know they have Leaf, they have Cyrus, and Rare Candy in hand. And a worthless attack here. A worthless attack. No, you can't see me. You can't see me. And now we got the Darkrai support to rack up the damage quickly. Let's drop another Zoro here. Oh. Dominated. Oh, that was a good showcase. Final boss. Here we go. A lot of seconds today. Oh, God, grass. Oh, not grass. We are very... Oh, no. Oh, no. We're so weak to this. Exeggutor X just completely runs through us. So we got to be hopeful here. I'm going to go for the research before going for the Pokeball. And I'm going to ram them and hope that they don't, that they basically don't evolve into Exeggutor X immediately. Seeing that this is it's Execute with the Growth Spurt, I'm assuming that they're maybe playing the other ones, the Alolan Exeggutor instead, or this one. They probably have Memory Light. That's what they're running, Memory Light. Yep. Which allows them to ramp as they red card us. Just to be expected. Honestly, like we built up a lot of a big hand. Darkrai, okay. Memory Light. Getting to work there. We have to go for the Professor's Research because if I find Zoroark, I'm good to go. We do not find Zoroark, and Guzma comes in too late as well. Let me drop this as well. Let me go for you. As we ram you through, okay. Unfortunately, our Guzma is not going to be able to stop the ramp. Like, they're already going to be able to get all the energy they need. Memory Light Exeggutor here. I have two Zoroarks in hand, and now I have none. I played two Professor's Research. One of them got nullified. 9 cards left in my deck. They seem to have disconnected for a second, but it's not like things are going awful for them. There's the Erica, to be expected. This is why I want a silver. I want to be able to shut them out. This Psychic is enabled. We have a Rocky Helmet. Let's go for the silver, see what they have in hand. There's Guzma and Will. Will allows him to one-shot something. but they still require quite a few turns to. Oops, no, I wanna look. They can repel us with will, so they can counter our Rocky Helmet here in multiple ways. So I'm gonna take away the will. We gotta send Darkrai in. And hope to top deck. Hope to top deck into Leaf. We have 2 Leafs in our deck. Because we want to try to... Because we don't want to succumb to just like Will running through us. And we want to force this to be able to hit twice. So we want to retreat into Tyrogue to continue to wear this down. We have the Guzma to counter that cape. Problem is 1 Will just completely does it. So we got to be careful in that sense. We don't have Giant Cape Leaf, but we can still do this. Pivot right into you. Preserve you open here and try to break through you. We know they have a Guzma and a Repel in hand. And they go for a Will. We got rid of 1 Will. Are they going to draw 2 again? It's gonna come down to that. There's the Leaf, a little bit late for it. I miss out on lethal by 1. But maybe I can lure them into thinking that they have enough healing. If, of course, they don't have a second Will. Okay. Ah, easy. Okay. That was such a stupid game. Not really ending it up with a Zoroark. We showcased Zoroark, I think, in more or less like half of the games, which is what I expected, right? Like, he's a great asset to this structure, but you know, it's a Darkrai build more than anything. It turns out the silver has been really, really important, I think, in today's games, and it was really crucial they're getting rid of the Will. But against a deck like that, it just comes down a lot to you know, rolls, obviously, like just coin flips that could have gone either way completely. But those games are so stupid. Yeah, we showcased Zoroark a good amount of times though. Like I think half of the games he came into play against the Dragonite deck in the match just before this one. Really good moments, good use of the ability. The ability has a lot of counters though, which I think running at least one silver is mandatory to be able to deny stuff like Sabrina and potentially Cyrus if they've damaged your bench somehow from undoing Zoroark's attack. I mean, if you compare Zoroark to vanilla Pokemon from Genetic Apex, it definitely does feel like an upgrade, right? Like you compare it to like Golduck, and I believe Golduck has 90 HP and deals 70 damage for 2 energy, but has a retreat cost of 1. Like the retreat cost of 2 actually hurts Zoroark quite a bit. And right now we just have better powerhouses within the game, right? It's definitely nowhere near top tier status, but it is playable, which makes me happy because I think the especially like the promo art is just so damn sick, and I know you guys were excited for it. So this is the best way to play Zoroark, you know, a variation of a core like this. I like going all in with Rocky Helmet and Cyrus. I like, you know, focusing on that aspect of the strategy because we're very good at chipping away at the opponent, so making sure our opponent can't run away from us. Cyrus works really well with Zoroark, tracking something damage down, killing it with Zoroark, and then being invulnerable for 1 turn. Buys you an extra turn to place another energy onto Darkrai and thus enable him. And all in all, that's the deck list. You know, it's the I was gonna say something else, but I forgot. I'm recording this quite early. There was something important that I wanted to say regarding the deck, I feel, but I just completely drew a blank. I feel like I had something to say, and I don't, and it just slipped from me. But fun stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the games. Leave a like for some Zoroark action, and I'll see you all tomorrow.